Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning. Can you guys hear me? Hey, good morning, Adam. How are you? Good morning, Brian. Good morning, Pat. Can you hear me, Pat? Thank you, Randolph. Good morning. Good morning. All right, you know what time it is, right? Let's get this party started. It's always a party every single day, right? I'm excited about it, looking forward to it, and let's get it done. Let's get it done. All right, a quick review. All right, here we go. All right. So yesterday, I after the room is closed, we did the following. So the room closed when we were at 3 grand, right? Right here it's 10:51. 11 o'clock is when we closed. Then at 12:25, I had a $230 trade, just one contract, and then another one, and then another one for a flat plus 11 bucks. Then this trade was a short. And that short, once the 200 and the 100 got back in sync, uh, and ended up, here we go. Okay. Yeah, Pat, you should be able to hear me now, correct? That last trade made a little bit of money off of it. And this is exactly, it's 1600. So I ended up the day at 51.46. Okay. So that is the trade right here. So I got short on a switch trade, added to it once it came into the middle of the range, cover just a contract at a time here. I wasn't putting any any size of whatsoever. So one and one and got out of one, added one and one and got out of three here, made a little bit of money and left because my average was around that 52 55 area. And uh, basically the signal here is the cloud shifted and it ran into an area of resistance, which is the captain setup and that captain setup. So got short into it, covered three, and left one for a 50-point profit. And basically, what I did is I traced the actual uh, transitional zone. It disconnected here. I moved my stop to 27 and a quarter, and then it reconnected with a switch trade. And the minute it made a captain setup long here, I got out. I mean, it ended up making a whole lot more, but ended up making 1,600 bucks on that trade and 5 grand for the day. And for today, we are basically flat for the day. No, we are not. We did not trade anything. Here you go. So that is today. So we're going to all start from the flat position, or at least I am. And we're going to get this party started right now. Let's take a look at the daily. Crude oil. Let's see. Here we go. So what are we seeing here? We're seeing a channel that is on the short side, but we're seeing a market that basically put a hammer, followed it up with a rally, pulled back, and now we are in a way making what seems to be a reversal pattern and an attempt to target number one of this sequence, which is 12,801 and a half. So the market is stabilizing here. The longs are coming in and putting up a bit of defense. I wouldn't necessarily think the shorts are done, and I don't think the longs are convincing. Markets that look like this, you're gonna get what looks like a full recovery, then it's gonna get countered by very nasty selling pressure. It's just the nature of the beast of what type of market we are. It's volatile, and you're getting a whole lot of back and forth on two-sided markets. So obviously, Globex is 228, and if we come back down to that level today, that's going to be a serious selling pressure that's going to commence. The odds are we're going to get pullbacks, and the market is going to try to stabilize it against that level, and the targets are 801 on an outlier event in price action. So that's kind of the big picture. Now, when we come to the 200 NT Rinko, we see that the market had a channel, a downward channel that got busted up here during Globex, but now we have a one candle reversal here. So our inclination is to start looking for shorts against that high of 544, especially at the open. And then we look at the 100 NT Rinko and we see that the market flipped the 100 NT Rinko positive in this spot, and there's a follow through coming through. So basically, the market is disconnected between the 200 and the 100, and that puts us in a pause. What would we like to see in order for us to actually get involved? A break back down to 448. If that happens, then the 200 and the 100 are in sync, market is in harmony, and we can start looking for entry points on the short side. Anything short of that, basically, it's especially at the open, where we're basically going to be patient and waiting. Patient and waiting. So get centered, get focused. We're gonna go after this today, and let's have a good day. And like Randolph said, patience is a trade. It is an actual trade. So if you are patient, don't think that you're missing opportunities. You're just actually simply taking patience as a trade. And precision is a decision, and that will help you out in your trading period. You have to think in terms of quality trades. And we are started right here. Market, what we got going on here is 830. Good morning, Yanis. Good morning, Sheila. Good morning, Gary. Let's give the market a little bit of time. I mean, if they close at 59, let's put one of our lines here, horizontal. Here we go. 59 is right here. Okay. Right. So if they close at 59, then we are going to experience the market being in sync, and our target is 25. I want to be patient. Here we go. We should be coming to that. It looks like we're coming to it at least. But it needs to happen. They could put a switch trade right here, which they did, and that's going to get us there. Okay. So let's take a look. I'm gonna put an order here and an order 78, 98, 98. Okay, here we go. And an order. We're playing small ball today. I mean, at least this morning. We need to see a run up. Come on, that was not nice. Order filled. 73, 83, 93. Really? Okay. 93. All right. Let's see what we're going to do here. Order filled. Well, that's not what I want to see. Fif 33 is should be my stop actually. All right. Thirty-six, 36, 36, which is 37. Okay, so let's see what we can do here. There's one opportunity to add, and then we have to look at an out. Order filled. Order pen. Order canceled. Order pending. Order canceled. Order filled. Order canceled. All right. Okay, let's see if we can get. I didn't like the volatility, but that's just the kind of junk that you'll see, early in the morning. They don't make it easy. But my goal is 25. If I can hold on to this thing long enough. Yeah, that's just nasty. Here we go. Here we go. We should get 25. We should get 25. Now the question to me is where the market is going to get in sync at 71, and that will give me an opportunity to re-add to this trade. Yeah, here we go. So if I can get a run back up, I can get into um, goal is 25. Ah, come on, baby. You know you want it. go. I'm moving my stop to 98. Oh, look at that. Wow. Okay. So a lot of volatility going on here at the open, which is to be expected. Ultimately, I want to see the 25 come through. I mean, I gave it plenty of time for it to work, and it was just doing this kind of constant spiking. So I just kind of made a little bit of money and moved on and looking for a better spot.
Order pending. Order filled.
Try it here one more time. I'm gonna keep it just light, like 1 to 3 contracts till we get a sense of what this market wants to do. 25 is what I want to see. Yes, yes, yes. No, it's not gonna. It doesn't look right.
Order pending. Order filled.
Yeah, it's not look right.
Order pending. Order pending. Order canceled.
All right, let's see if it happens here. I mean, here goes 74. Yeah, it's not. Well, there's longs in here. So I'm going to look for an out of that position again here. Stayed.
Order filled.
Oh, wow. 36 is my out, 37 actually.
Order filled.
And here we go. Let's
Order
go.
pending. Order
Get out.
order
And get
pending.
out of this thing.
Order.
All
Order
right, we're out of it. We're out of it. Okay, so what's happening here? What's happening is you got the 200 NT Rinko. There's a basically the market is out of sync. It's out of sync. It's out of sync, and it's what is it? The first 15 minutes of the day, which is, you know, market is trying to expand and figure out its range. It hasn't closed above that 35, 37 stop, keeps bumping right up into it and fading. And then we have, the 200 and the 100 out of sync. So you got to chill out. Yeah, yes, I was short into it, Sheila, and I had I think 2 trades. Ended up making slight amount of money, but took a little bit of heat on them. Let me see what we did here. We made 178 on the first one, and that last one was 514. So we're up 692, but we took a bit of risk. Actually, not that much, about 1,400 bucks worth of risk. So let's back off because what I'm expecting to happen is not happening. I mean, we managed it correctly to the best of our ability here on a range basis, but typically markets that are aggressively short don't necessarily look like that. They're definitely not going to spend that much time being out of sync and bumping into the top end of the range where you're going to have a flip of the behavior. So that is going to put me on a wait and see, and the odds are we're gonna close that level up here in a minute. And if you notice where I'm putting my orders, I'm putting my orders on the trend lines of the system, right here, right here, right here. They're effective places for us to fade. And in essence, that's what I was doing. Okay, so see now the 200 and the 100 are in sync on the long side, but guess what? You gotta be you gotta be careful here. So as long as we continue to trade above 498, four, yeah, did I say 498? Yep, 498. Yeah, so they're bumping into this area, and this area seems to be a bit difficult for the price to kind of navigate through. The best decision for me right now, it's so early in the morning, is to take this trade that I just took here and just pause and let the market kind of oscillate a little bit. We got very close to being out of sync and the market bounced right back. So it's going through a bit of consolidation phase. That's what the market is doing right now. Where there's no momentum. I mean, we ran up a significant, about 340 points or so from uh, Globex. So they're spending some time right here chewing through that rally and trying to consolidate. Now, what happened if the market closes at 460? Well, that will be a captain setup short on the 200 NT wrinkle, and that would be significant. That's a significant event that will lead to price action that could drop down to 400 and potentially lower. So the market is out of sync right now between the 200 and the 100, and we are patiently waiting. We're getting the same kind of consolidation of ES, captain setup short, captain setup long, captain setup short. It's just literally bouncing around in a very tight range in ES. I will be looking to get involved in ES if we break 67 or break 57. But anything in between is just a meat grinder. Okay, so here we go. So if we break 536, yeah, 36 would be a resumption of the momentum on the upside. We don't have any momentum right now. So patience is a trade. And if we break 60, then things can start looking up on the short side because that is a captain setup short. Yeah, and they look at that. That would be a trap to a lot of people that went long up in these levels. Here we go. I mean, they got there. Wow. I got to get involved in this bad boy. Let's go.
Order pending.
Let's go. Any
Order
rally.
pending.
Any rally up
Order
there.
pending.
Just give me something.
Order pending.
And I'm going to start getting heavy.
Order pending. Order pending.
Let's go.
Order filled.
Don't just give me one contract.
Order filled.
Good, good, good.
Order filled.
All right.
Order pending. Order pending.
Thank you. Come on, baby. Let's go.
Order pending. Order filled. Order pending. Order
Here
filled.
we go. Some of that, and I'll still have some more. My objective, my target, my goal is okay from 60, 35, 35, which is going to lead us to 30. So let's see if I can get there. And the deal here is I want to get some more, but I have to also be conscious of. Come on, come on, come on.
Order filled.
Make Papa a rich man. All right, so that is an area where we should see a bit of resistance to upward momentum. The market hit the middle of the range on the 100 NT Rinko around that 55 and is bouncing right back up.
Order pending. Order
I
filled.
got some more here, and I want to see if we can get. That's not what I want to see, but that's fine. We're still in within the. Come on.
Order filled.
I got some more here. A little bit of disconnect here. We want to see the market come back down below 70.
Order filled.
Okay. I mean, obviously 35 is going to be my stop. I don't want to see that. All right, so let's start.
Order pending. Order filled. Order pending. Order filled.
Okay, took some out. Let's see if I can get to my 25. Yeah, we're going to get rich. We're going to get rich. We are going to get rich. We are gonna get rich. I like it.
order cancel,
Bring it to Papa. Let's go.
order cancel, order pending, order canceled,
All right. So let's see what we're gonna do with that. I still want to see the 2035. What time is it? It's 8:53. I gotta be patient here because I want to see the transitional zone holding here before I start committing anymore. Because we're spending a lot of time in this area that could be not, it's a consolidative in its nature. So we should see a burst of energy lower and or a switch trade right here that will lead us to that energy lower. If they start popping it back up to that 70, I mean, I don't want to go break even yet. Where's my break even? 82. I mean, I guess 82 is a good one. Yeah, so 82, I'll take it right here. If they do that, then I'll just get out and pocket my money. Because the behavior that I should see here is lower highs and a break below that 55 if this trade is to continue. Okay, now that's what we want to see. A target for me is going to be right
order
here at
pending,
38. Thank you. I know you want it.
order
Took one
cancel,
more, and this last one is gonna be just I'm gonna just leave it alone. I have a stop, and what I want to see me doing is wait and see if I can get to a target like target number four. So either a target number four or a break even. Whatever they want to do, they can do it. I have a captain setup in my pocket right here, so it's just a great trade, and it's just a function of not to worry about what's going to happen to this one contract and just let it cruise. And they're trying to shake people. They're trying to shake me too. Good for them if they pick it up, because they could pick it up and just head right side, right down again. But I'm not gonna just after making whatever it is, one, two, three. Holy crap, 40, 40 ticks, 40 points. What is wrong with me? I should have taken that. But I gotta go for bigger targets, man. I have to go for bigger targets. And this is risk-free trade. Like right now, I should be getting in some more, like literally, because that's a captain setup short. It's time. It's time. It's time for you to tank. It is time for you to tank. Well, news in 4 minutes. Okay. Housing index low impact. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Adam. So it's not going to be a price mover. Yeah, Adam is very good about that. He's always out there looking for news, and it's very helpful. Thank you, Adam. Let's see what they want to do. Oh, nice. Captain setup, double captain setup against a 200 and 100 that are in sync. In, I mean, if they put on another, I'm going to put two contracts. If they put on a switch trade right here,
Order pending.
come on, give it to me. Don't jack around.
Order filled.
All right, so we got three, and we are gonna go break even. We're not gonna. Here we go. Here we go.
Order
I took
filled.
some off to pay for the trade, and we leave one alone for the flush, which is about to happen soon. And 35 coming up. Thank you. Thank you. Boom. Another one right here at 35, which is target. And we keep that one for an outlier event. That was a captain setup switch trade. That is just a classic setup. Yanis. That, I don't know if you took advantage of that one, but that is a beauty. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. There's always some more. Just stay focused on that one. You could see that big captain setup on the 200 NT wrinkle, right? So that is a structure that is protecting any short that you have in these levels. They're very spiky here. So where is the next target in this sequence? I mean, it's either they're going to come back and jack with people around that 77 area, 80 area, highly likely, or we are heading toward the 05 or 10. So the 400 05 or 10. So we'll see what happens. Either way, yeah, it's definitely worth the risk because not only that, but you got a captain setup short here. Then you got another captain setup short here. Then you got a switch trade. Then you have a captain setup short on the 200 NT wrinkle. I mean, the whole world is telling you go short. Look at these bastards. Inching higher. They don't make it easy. They don't make it easy, that's for sure. They do not make it easy. Captain set up short on the 25 and 30 NT wrinkle. What time is it? Okay, 9 o'clock. So we got 9 o'clock going here. What is my expectation and what's happening? My expectation is to protect that 80 range and then hit toward the the 400. And what it looks like, this market is inching itself to retest the 80 level. That's what it's looking like. Be honest with you, I should be. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I gotta. That's it right here. I am moving my stop.
Stop filled.
That's
Order
fine.
canceled.
They're not. It's just not right. Spending way too long in this area. 472. Okay. Not a bad trade. Not a bad trade. Let's see what we ended up doing here in that last. Here we go. So those are the three decisions that we made so far this morning. First one we made 178. Second one 5, and that last third sequence of multiple trades. And really, it's just one contract at a time, but adding and getting out, adding and getting out. Uh, Made 4,200 on that one. So we're about 5 grand for the day, and let's keep on playing. Because the initial position I never got out of the initial entry. So you started with one, and added another one, add another one. Then it's and you're covering and you're covering, but you're leaving that first initial one. So when you do that, it bundles it up. Well, I mean, you could go and do this. You have to. Okay, so there's a button in NinjaTrader 7, group trades by ATM strategy, because all of them were under one ATM strategy with an entry and a stop, right? So if I do that, it will take them out, and it will just put them out as an individual trades. But look at that. That was a good out. Hey, Brian. Yeah, Brian Stone. Thank you, buddy. Hopefully, some you guys made some money off of that little sequence. Market right now is out of sync. Market right now is out of sync. The 200 is still short. The 100 NT Rinko flipped long, and it's hitting the top end of that range. We are looking for 448 and a quarter. thought I was talking in the mic. Okay, so we're seeing the market continuing its move lower in a stair step fashion. Captain setup short is holding up, and also we just shifted back to being in harmony at 49. So we're looking for an entry point on the short side. I mean, there is, yeah, I mean, that's a good one too. Wow. Target number three is hit out of this sequence. Good work. Let's just keep working here. Let's keep working. Let's keep working. So we're heading down to our target that we've been talking about. Target three is hit. I mean, we had an opportunity to get in here. I passed on it. We're very close to that 400 target, and this may be the precipitous to a big move in the market to the downside. Here it comes. That candle closed around that 10. The market is going to continue to be under pressure as long as we trade under 448. So let's move that line, 448. Here you go, 448. So, because that's the price where we would be out of sync. So we're seeing that the 200 and the 100 are out of sync right now. We hit that level right here around that 47 area. And we're getting a bit of a bid, cloud shifted, and that was the last rotation in that move before they got out of sync here and got in sync on the other side. So to me, it's a simple process. I'm simply going to be waiting for the market to get back in sync. What that price would be is 409. Um, I would hope to see a couple of candles to the upside, maybe to the 80, and then that reversal. So as long as we continue to, 80 is probably too close, but if we can stay below 85, that would be healthy for the shorts. But right now, market is out of sync, and I will be taking the patient trade of doing nothing. You don't have to be in the market every single little blip. You just have to be in it when it makes the absolute sense. Yeah, it looks like they're trying to, build up a base for higher prices. You have ES that put on a captain setup long right here. How's everybody doing so far? Adam, Brian, Stone, Sheila, Yanis, Pat, Randolph. How are we doing? Watching, okay. Okay, Pat, if you have any questions, let me know. Sheila, that is the funniest thing I've heard all day long. No FOMO for me today. Well, that's a big victory. It is a very big victory. It's not an easy thing to to get rid of. But at the same time, it's just a function of mental balance. Always look at the price action not as you are a participant, but as if you are an observer, detached observer. So what is the market doing here, and how can we take advantage of it? I mean, they're putting a captain setup. They put a captain setup short right here. They just basically have failed this captain setup switch trade that would have potentially got us to 67. So the market is trapping here. 422. We go to 422. The market will be in sync on the short side again. The simplest way to really get in sync with the structure of the market, Sheila, is the 200 and the 100. Okay, so if we're talking about NQ, that if you have a candle that's going lower on the 200, and you want the 100 to be in the same direction, pointed in the same direction, that is the structure of the market that promotes you to go short. Or then the opposite of that will be going long, when both the 200 and the 100 are in sync. And and then it will be a lot easier, and simpler and straightforward for you to just say, okay, well, the environment right now is long, or the environment right now is short, or the environment is disconnected and I need to wait. And those are the three questions you constantly ask yourself when you're trading. Should I go long? Should I go short? Should I stay away and look for more information? There's a captain set up short on the 50 NT Rinko. No, it doesn't. There's no. I mean, we're not in the guarantee business, right? We're in the probability business. Just the environment does not constitute a trade. So you have three elements to the trade, Sheila. The environment. So you have to define if it's an environment with a high degree of consistency. What is the environment? The next question: what is the behavior? The third thing I'm looking for is what is the signal? So environment, behavior, signal. So just the fact that the market gave me a captain setup. Actually, that's okay. So the environment is that last candle closed, and the 200 and the 100 are in sync. So that defined the environment. It happens also that it made a captain setup short. That defined the behavior. That's a behavior. So that the environment is short and the behavior is a captain setup short. So now those two things are defined. Defined the signal after that. And that's the part where you go to the 20 NT Rinko and you start looking for entry points here and cover, here and cover, cover, and then you go short. I mean, that's another ad, and that's another ad. That's a captain sub switch trade. So we're coming into the 20 NT wrinkle, and we're defining an actual entry point that is recognizable. So, and then you just a function of management at that point. Right. So the 50 NT Rinko, they played a game here. Is they put a captain setup, ran it up, and now they're retesting it again. So we should be seeing a pressure to that 20 again. This market is struggling with putting on a rally, a decent rally. So we may get another sequence here that will point that to the downside, but I'm not going to get ahead of it. The environment that we are in right now, it's disconnected. So, we talked about an environment that's long, environment is short, and an environment that you need more information. Well, we are in the one that we need more information. And what kind of information am I looking for? Well, okay, you break 423. Guess what you just told me? You told me that the market is back in sync on the short side. Okay, well, that's the environment. Then I'm going to start looking for a behavior on the 20 NT wrinkle. And the behavior would be a transitional zone that disconnects and reconnects. Well, that's behavior. Then after that, I'm gonna start looking for signals. So mentally, You're constantly thinking ahead, 2 to 3 steps ahead of what the market can and will do. If the market does this, I will do that. If the market does that, I will pause. If the market flips, I'll react this way. Like every step the market is, every possibility and probability that the market can do an event you already had mapped out a series of action that is in your head and you're just basically executing. Nothing surprises you in the market. Nothing should surprise you in the market. Anyway, all right.
Order pending.
Let's see if they
Order
give me an
pending.
opportunity here. Mm, sold it. And well, we got to that 20 and we got to the 10. I mean, there's a risk of chasing if I, take any trades down here. I mean, that's just not something I'm interested in. We're hitting that whole number. We should expect, even if they burst it lower, that they will pause and reverse. Yeah, no, no, we're not thinking like that right here. So what is my plan here? I want to see the market go run up, disconnect this transitional zone, consolidate, and establish another transitional zone. And that's the type of trade I would be taking.
Order cancel.
I'm
Order
not going to take a
cancel.
range trade here, especially after the market has established. I mean, it basically followed through with 3 candles. Yeah, so ES. Let's talk about ES. I mean, you see a couple of things here. Captain set up long that they put here, ran the market up, failed that high, came with lower highs and collapsed. Established this transitional zone, and now we're the same thing we're looking for in NQ, we're looking for in ES. We're looking for them to disconnect right here, meaning that you see a price action in the 50s, potentially 54, then consolidate and then establish another transitional zone, right? Like that one. And that should be somewhere around here. I can't draw clearly here, but that's what the idea is. So what happens if they don't do that and they just sell it off right here? Well, that's when I don't chase and I will let that move just do what it wants to do and move on to looking for another high probability event. Market has to come to me exactly the same way I'm expecting it to come to me. And, I just don't chase it. Chasing is an imbalance in how you process information. Okay, let's just see here. Okay, so we got captain set up transitional zone. We need to see something happen here. If they close this candle lower at 10, I will jump in. I'm posting my order right now.
Order pending.
I'll go to 10. Actually, it's 10 and a quarter, 10 and a half, 10 and a quarter.
Order
There
filled.
you go.
Target filled.
I'm gonna go to 19 and stop myself there and push this order lower. I took four of the contracts for a profit, so I got a little bit something built up here.
Order pending. Order.
Thank you. Thank you. Boom.
Target filled.
Thank you. I like it, but not. It's just a captain setup, captain, new established transitional zone, switch trade. I mean, a whole lot of stuff going on working for me here. But look at how far we into this move. We're very close to this um, middle of the range, so I'm taking scalps here. But that's nothing wrong with that. Look at that. Boom. So a little bit of patience would have paid me even more. But we're in the right place at the right time doing the right thing. Well, I mean that trade made me 795. So we're at 56.98. Let's keep working. Damn, look at that bad boy. Woof. Ouch. That's a good one. That's a good one, man. I'm telling you, we could have gotten rich. Mm. But I have no complaints. Let's keep working. Yeah, we definitely don't want to be in front of that, Sheila. We do not want to be in front of that. Uh, Diana's, I don't know if you took any of this stuff right here with the switch trades, because that's exactly what we're kind of looking for, right? You jump in. Yeah. That's where the big money's at, Randolph. Ride those transitional zones, man. Those transitional zones are money, especially on trending markets and trending days. Like right now, you'll be not even getting out yet. Question is, what do you want to what do we want to do here? I mean, target number four in the sequence is 329. Target number five is 289. Market is in sync on the 200 and the 100. The premium entry for us was exactly where we got in. We took the scalp aspect of this trade, and then the market trended. So I'm not gonna chase anything ever. And great for the people that sat here and actually stayed in that trade. One of the ways you stay in these trades, if you stick around for that transitional zone to just basically kick you out, and it never did. Still to this moment, it's just continuing to push. So target number four is 329. Target number five is 289. And what needs to happen in order for me to get in back in a meaningful way? I need to see. I mean, we're at a level right here where buyers can start stepping in, and especially whenever you extend yourself between target number four or five, typically it's a fading area against the prevailing trend. So not too excited about getting short down here. Too early to go long. Um, got a very good entry point here, and we made money off of it, but not the big move that the market produced. So that will put me in a holding pattern. I will kind of step back and give the market a little bit of time. What I would expect to see from this market is a disconnect, like a run up to 71, and then that will officially put us in a holding pattern, and then we will start seeing what the market is doing. Are they pushing toward 410? Because if they close at 410, that would be in sync on the long side. If they get close to it and fail and give us another re-entry short, then that would be a trade I would be interested in. Okay, good job, Brian. And nothing wrong with that. Doesn't matter if it's a micro or an actual contract or one contract or 100. The idea always is the idea. If you have the good idea, then you could scale it in and out. And this is very scalable. I mean, we could have put 100 contracts in those ideas that we did this morning, or put 10 or 5 or 5 micros or 10 micros. The outcome will be the same. You will make money. It's just the scale of it is different. All right, so let's see here what we want to do. So patience, I guess that's what we're going to be doing here. Market disconnected. I mean, the only thing I can be doing here is to scalp. Like, okay, so if they put on another transitional zone, I can look for a scalp, but not interested while the market has extended itself that much. All right, bedtime. I know Aussie time is different. Glad to see you making some money, Brian. Did the ideas make sense to you today? All right, take care. we're seeing things slowing down. It's quite obvious how the price action is just it's grinding lower in a very slow manner, and it's not even it's almost 10 o'clock. So in this environment I have to be selective, and we're at an area where the market is pausing and consolidating. So we want to see what the market is still in sync. The 200 and the 100 are in sync. So the environment is there. We are looking for a behavior that will is worth our money and time. So patience. All right, so the market is disconnected right now between the 200 and the 100, and we're in a pause mode waiting for the market to do a couple of things. Either we see a rally short of that 410 and then a reversal that will get the shorts an opportunity for a break build toward the lows of that rotation, or you get a close above 410, and then we will be more inclined to go long in that environment, um, in the right setups, obviously. But right now, the market is disconnected. It's out of harmony, and we are looking for more information out of this market. All right, guys. So we are seeing a run up toward that close at 410. I mean, literally, we're right at it. And once we break above it, I'm going to start looking for entry points as a buying opportunity. Oh, excuse me, pullbacks as a buying opportunity. And we're going to cut down the sizing again to 1. And let's see. I mean, ultimately, we have to break above 410 and then start to pull back. And I will look for two spots, one at 90 and another one at 70. Just one contract a piece, just going to keep it small and go from there. So first thing that needs to happen is that 410. So if we start seeing 412, then that game will start playing that game. It is 1021, and here it comes. All right, so entry number 1,
Order pending.
and that's 90, so 70. I'll do this one right here.
Order pending.
All right, let's see what happened. We need to see a pullback. Go from there. We're not getting that pullback. I mean, if it goes any further than this to 446, then I'm gonna cancel this order altogether. Well, that kind of does it. It's almost 10:30, so we're about a minute away from the bottom of the hour. I mean, I'll give it a chance here, but it's gonna be 12 to. So what we're seeing here is the price stabilized. And if you remember, we are talking about, okay, we got to be careful about getting short here because this can happen. So it happened, and the 410 showed up, and now we're seeing that continuation trade without a retracement. It will be on the long side, and we need to see a transitional zone that will sell off, then basically a return back to that transitional zone. So far, it's 10:31. Let me see what we got going on here. So for the day, today is the 17th, and we are at 56.98 for the day. And these are from the beginning of the month. So we've been fairly consistent throughout this month. I mean, a couple of days here, we had a drawdown intraday in the morning, then we basically worked ourselves out of it. So it wasn't just simply every single morning we made money. It just, we ended up making money at the end of the day. But that's basically where we at. And we're up to 92,546 for the month. And for today, that's 56.98, and these are the trades. Let's just lump them up. So we made 4 decisions today, and all 4 decisions kind of worked out nicely. And since Sunday, that's basically where we at 11,960. The majority of them are ones and twos. Today we got a little bit more, but even that 16 and 10 were kind of bunched up. So I started with 1 and 2 and kind of added to it as the market progressed. And the market's continuing to kind of push here. So I'm still looking for that transitional zone break and reasserting itself. We're about half an hour away from the top of the hour. Well, that's one hell of a move, right? They brought it all the way back up to the middle of the range on that captain setup, short. So they're really working that price action higher. Target number four, excuse me. Target number, give me a second here. All right, so it looks like my Ninja Trader is basically crapped out. Typically, when that happens, I have to restart my computer back up. So what I'm gonna do here is just basically kind of call it a day. We're about 20 minutes away from the end of the session or the morning session anyway. Um, Randolph, thank you very much for that. I'll take a look and see how that thing. I got so many things going at the same time. I have like five streams going, so maybe that has an impact on it on some days. But ultimately, how how we're done for the day, we are up about 50. Let me see here, 56.98. That's what we're up for the day on about four decisions. And good day. I guess what's working is catching that captain setup short early on the 200 NT Rinko was very important. We end up making a lot of money off of that. Then scalped a few trades and just kind of precision is a decision. Money loves structure, and just keep doing what we've been doing all along. It works. So we'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow, Wednesday. And thank you very much um, for spending your day with us.